Hello friends and welcome to my channel. Today I am planning out the week of March 24th through the 30th. I am using this Bella Planella kit. It is in matte, but she does now offer glossy, and it is Hunchback of Notre Dame themed. And then I also have this purple foil bundle from Scribble Prints Co. Long time, no talk, a lot has happened. I really want to get caught up on my plan with me so we can talk like current day and I'm not so behind and I know what to talk about. So the plan currently moving forward is I have sped all of my videos up and all of my footage up. So they're 3 times faster than they normally would be, except for the close-ups. Those are still going to be normal speed. Just so that I can cut down on the time of these plan with me so that they're between like 7 and 10 minutes instead of like 20 and 25 minutes. And that way I can hopefully get 3 done a week and be able to power through these and catch back up and only be realistically like 3 weeks behind. Because I do order my scripts from Plannahannah, which you can use code Rosey15 to save and get my cutie freebie, which will be changing as of October 1st, depending on when you're watching this video. I hope that makes sense. Just having these plan with me's stacked up and having them each be like 20 to 25 minutes long was just so intimidating that it was keeping me from sitting down and recording voiceovers. Editing wise, I'm caught up until like middle of August. I'm filming this voiceover, by the way, on Saturday, September 20th. And I've prioritized getting these videos caught up so that I can do voiceovers and, you know, that kind of thing. Also, Lucy and Olivia. Lucy's my dog, Olivia's my cat are just living their best life, so you might hear them, and I do have laundry going in the back as well. So I apologize if you hear any of that going on. But yeah, I feel like that's the plan. I think you all understand. I know some of you prefer the longer videos because that's how I am when watching them, but hopefully when I get caught back up, I'll be able to go back to my normal because that is my ultimate goal. I never intended to get behind or so far behind. Life just kind of lifed, and honestly, I haven't taken a break off Plan With Me's. I have filmed every single Plan With Me for every single week since 2021. Which is insane. So I feel like it was overdue to have a week off, but then I also don't want to not show a spread because I feel like, first off, you all have been with me through so much that you deserve. Like, I just don't want to cut anything out of my life at this point, and you deserve to see it all if you stuck with me through all these years. And also, each spread deserves their own glory and their own time to shine because I do put a lot of effort into these spreads. This year, I went very pop culture heavy. And I've been trying to work through the foil bundles in my collection, so the foil's been a lot more simplistic for most spreads, and I've been really enjoying that. And then my other goal was to color block for every single week this year, which I am happy to report that I have continued. Also, I've kind of hacked some underlays in some of these weeks by using the extra glitter headers in a foil bundle just because they're under the extenders, and honestly, until I saw myself doing that on that one, I forgot I had done it because it just blends in so well. I feel like normally I would have saved this kit for the anniversary of when it burned because it is reopened, and it reopened around the holidays, but that is the same week as Titanic, and I just wanted to use this kit so badly, so I just stuck it here. Getting into this week, the big things is, let's see, I got a Plan With Me up on Monday for my hot mess week, which that week was a disaster as implied. I started a new workout program. I was coloring around this time. Of course, I had to work like I do every single week, and one of my coworkers brought in muffins on Tuesday, which was just really nice. This day, when I got home from work, I took a nap. I had a date with Little Dick Nick. We watched Dexter Original Sin and went out for Mexican food, and then we cuddled. Wednesday the 26th. We cuddled some more, and then I ended up feeling really sick and spiking a fever, so I called out of work this day, and then we took a family nap with all 3 of my love bugs. And here is a close-up of the first half of the week. This foil kind of reminds me of like the stained glass almost. I just love how it went with this kit. Moving into Thursday, I was not feeling well again, and I was still sick. I took another family nap this day. I was having tooth pain, which is going to be really, really relevant, especially when we catch up to September. So just like keep that little nugget in the back of your head. And I bought myself a ring from Pandora. Friday was payday. I went to work. I finished reading Fourth Wing. I still didn't feel well this day. I left work early. I took a nap. I did some planning, worked on some scripts. Someone in my family was in a car accident, and then I started reading Iron Flame. Moving into Saturday was basically a pretty boring day. I played Dreamlight Valley. I slept in. I went to McDonald's, and I went to work. Here, I needed just a little bit more space, all on little things, so I did a little thing extender. But this night I took a bath, had some wine, and I also had to give Olivia a bath, which is always a time and a half. I had a really hard time getting the spacing for this correct with removing that glitter header to fit everything and not wanting that like gap in between the bougie boxes to show, but it ended up working out really well. Moving into Sunday, of course, I slept in. I did my laundry, played Dreamlight Valley, did some planning. NASCAR was on, and they were in Martinsville. I FaceTimed Little Dick Nick, and then we had tornado warnings this night, which is never any fun. Tornado warnings are way worse than a watch, if you didn't know. So I definitely had trouble sleeping that night. I want to say this was started a streak of, yes, I just flipped to the next week. It did start a streak of tornadoes during that time, which is never fun. Here is what I have left over in the kit and in the foil bundle. Here are the scripts that I formatted myself. If I can find the font, I will link it down below. It is very Hunchback of Notre Dame inspired by Disney. Like the font they used for the movie. I try to do that a lot with my pop culture themed kits. I think it just ties it all together really well. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really tempted to do a year where I use the same font all year long. I just don't know if I would get too bored of that, to be honest, because currently I use a different font every single week of the year, pretty much. With the exception if I use the same theme, I've done multiple Winnie the Pooh kits this year, and I've used the same font for all of those, that kind of thing. But they're not next to each other, so you can't really tell, if you know what I mean. Also, I feel like when I first read Fourth Wing, I loved it and I ate it up, and Iron Flame was just alright, but I kind of feel like the series as a whole is losing me. I don't know if it's just because I've read so many other books that it's just no longer my writing style. I don't know. If you have read Fourth Wing and you're into fantasy, let me know what you think. Let me know some of your recommendations down below. I would really appreciate it. And that brings us to our final close-up. Thank you for sticking with me through this drought, friends. I really appreciate it. Just know if you're struggling with your mental health, you are not alone. You can send me a message on Instagram. It is RoseyPlans, like it is here. Before you leave, go ahead and click that red subscribe button if you haven't down below already, and become one of my friends here on my channel. Ring that bell so you get notified when my videos go live. I'm hoping for 3 a week at the moment, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye, friends.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left.